What the fuck is up, people of YouTube? Welcome once again back to my channel. Man, you guys keep winding up here, don't ya? Anyway, I got a little gameplay with the AKU-12. That's the AKU-12, not the AK-12. Very, very different guns. This is the carbine variant of that assault rifle. And I'm going to basically be bringing you a review of this gun, what I think about it, along with some other Battlefield-related topics. I might get into what I think of Battlefield so far, because we got 13 minutes to talk, so I can simply bring to you what I think about the game so far, how I think it plays out on Xbox 360, which is probably the most limited that you can get in terms of playing Battlefield 4 until I get the Xbox One. Now, in this game, I think I go about 31-6, if I'm not mistaken, so I do okay. I'm still with the same squad of people, and we just go in. Also, I don't use any attachments besides the Cobra red dot sight, and I don't feel that I need to because the issues that I have with this gun are not things that attachments can fix. Now, without further ado, I'm going to break it down for you. I really don't think the AKU-12 is that good of a gun. I just don't. I don't think it's very balanced. I just don't think it's that good. I think the AKU-12 is great for beginners. I think if you're new to shooters, this will be the gun for you. Now, I'm not saying that the gun is super awful, because you can see right there, I had like 0 health left, and I still messed that guy up. However, the gun is not where it could be. So, I'll be playing, and I'll be shooting a guy, and one, it takes a long time to kill him, because the gun shoots at a rate of fire about 680 RPM. That's the slowest out of any carbine that I've seen so far, and that's too slow, especially when the damage is equal to an ACR, or an AK-5C, or an SG-553. When you have the same amount of damage that's getting put out, but the gun shoots slower, I mean, there's a problem. Now, mind you, the gun has very little recoil. By the way, I just want to highlight, you see adversity right there? I'm covering him like no one. I mean, I'm laying into these. He's lighting them up. He's fucking killing everything, and I'm just giving him serious cover fire. And he actually stays alive. I think about 4 people rushed him, and I just lit people up, helped him do what he had to do, and he stayed alive. That's one thing I really do love about Battlefield, by the way. The emphasis on teamwork. And I think teamwork can really be highlighted by the fact that it takes a lot of bullets to kill people, so you get these really suspenseful, tense firefights. Now, let's get back on topic. What I wanted to talk about was this gun, and I think this gun is great for beginners because it has almost no recoil. This gun will also be very good for people who only hit headshots. Now, if you aim for the head, more power to you. You will probably be amazing with this gun because it has almost 0 recoil. Almost 0. Now, that doesn't, I mean, you still have to control it a little bit. It is Battlefield. They're not going to give you a freebie in terms of a gun where it's just, you get no recoil at all. But it's incredibly easy to use. And if you're a beginner and you're not used to trying to control your recoil, if you're used to Call of Duty type of deal where you don't have to control it as much, I mean, you still kind of have to in COD, but it's not the same in Battlefield. If you're not used to that, then pick up a gun like the AKU-12 or like the gun that I just picked up right here, the PP-2000. That's another gun that you could pick up. This gun has 0 recoil. It literally has 0. I mean, less than the AKU-12. 0. The only thing that you have to be careful of is you have to burst it to make sure it stays accurate at times. So, like I said, the AKU-12, great gun for beginners, but if you're experienced at Battlefield and you know how to control recoil, this is not the gun for you. I tried it out. I thought it was a good gun. I like doing it. I didn't do bad with it. And I think if you are someone who hits a lot of headshots, you'll be fantastic with it. I'm not that type of person. I aim for the chest. That's where I've trained myself to aim, and I'm not going to train myself to aim for the head just because of one gun. Now, you may be saying to yourself, okay, well, that's really silly. You should always aim for the head because that's where the most damage is. Well, you're not wrong. The head does have the most damage, but it's not the smartest spot to hit, especially when you're using a controller. When you use a controller, you're not as accurate as when you're on a PC and, keyboard, mouse, and all that jazz. You just don't have the accuracy. So, to compensate for that, I aim for the chest, right in the center point of the chest. Shoulder to shoulder, that's the biggest part of the human body. That means that if you aim right for the center of the chest, you have a huge window to kill people. I mean, you have a crazy amount of space that you can hit someone, and you can still be somewhat inaccurate. Now, also, the plus side to that is when the recoil pushes upwards, you can tend to get a few headshots, which is great. I mean, it's perfect. Just the way I like it. So again, I aim for the chest, but that does not work with the AKU-12. It works for the ACR, it works for the SG-553. It'll probably work for the A91, but not today. So I will probably never use this carbine ever again because I just did not feel very confident when using it. I mean, you can see I'm killing people, but it takes a long time to kill people. I mean, right there, I got completely embarrassed right there. I'll hold my hand up. I can admit that I just got raped. But, you know, and it was my fault. It wasn't the gun's fault by any stretch of the imagination. I missed my shots. That's all there is to it. But this gun is great for supporting. It's great for putting shots down range. But if you're going to use a gun to put shots down range, I would just use an AK-12. It's the same gun, except it puts out more damage at a longer range, from my understanding at any rate. Now, you guys now know how I feel about the gun. That does not mean that it's bad. You could be a beast with it, and that's great. You know, more power to you. If you're the best player in the world, or if you just like using the gun because it feels great to you, that's perfect. I'm just telling you how I feel about it from someone who's been around the competitive scene for a while in terms of like going to tournaments and stuff like that. It's not fast enough for me. I need something that is fast. It needs to shoot fast because I like to move fast. Okay, so with that out of the way, I want to talk about Battlefield 4 in general. What do I think about it? I've had the game for a few days now. I've been playing it a lot, and I think I'm like a level 10. I'm close to a level 10. If not, I'm a level 10, a little bit higher. And it's a phenomenal game. And bear in mind, I'm kind of doing a review in progress here. Okay, and I'm simply just talking about the multiplayer. The campaign was pretty fun, but I'm not a campaign type of guy. So, in terms of the Battlefield 4 multiplayer, what I've seen so far is amazing. It's amazing, simply put. And this is Xbox 360. This is not the most optimal form of Battlefield. The Xbox One version will be. I think DICE has really secured themselves a Battlefield fanboy. I love this game. I just love this game. That's all there is to it. I love playing Domination. I love playing Rush. And it's incredibly fun. And now that does not mean that the game is perfect by any stretch of the imagination. What I found is that games like Obliteration and Conquest can feel incredibly empty at times. Like, I'm just sitting there, and I feel like I could put up a farmhouse and raise goats for a year before finding it. It's ridiculous. Or I'll just get sniped in the face randomly, just because I had no idea that he was behind, 84 rocks, peering through a little hole in the wall. You can't predict that, and it's not exciting. It doesn't build that type of suspense. Now, the other team started to leave a little bit, but then they stepped it up and they started to come back. They tried to come back once they had a full lobby. Now, that is not to say that Rush, Team Deathmatch, Domination are, those game types are amazing. I love playing those game types. Domination feels perfect. DICE restricted the maps just enough in order to create a really fun experience. By the way, right here, just a weird random firefight occurred where the whole team was pretty much on the beach. So me and Nick were like, all right, let's go, man. Let's go in. Let's see what we can do here. This is on the Xbox 360. Not the best graphics, only 10 on 10, and we still had a pretty fucking cool firefight. And I'm pushing up and I'm being super aggressive, and I thought it was really tense. Now, so if I'm saying it's good, it's probably going to be even better on, a great PC or on an Xbox One. Also, if you get it for the Xbox 360, you can upgrade to Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One for only $10. So you're not spending $120 on a video game. That was very smart by them. Only a $10 upgrade. And that's it. Now, again, Conquest feels very... I don't like Conquest. I don't like Obliteration. Just because the maps are too big. They're just too big, man. They're just way too big. Rush is perfect because it keeps tight, confined fights. You can still use vehicles. You still have that, wide range of skills. You can still be a sniper. You still can do really anything you want. Domination is great because it's tight. It's up close as well. Team Deathmatch is kind of self-explanatory. Oh, and I got knifed right here. By the way, guys, if you played the beta, it changed where instead of just having the opportunity to counterattack anytime you want, you have to wait for the right moment. And instinctually, I just slammed down on the trigger, or slammed down on the joystick trying to counterattack as hard as I could, and I died. Again, oh, if I didn't say this before, this map is Parcel Storm. and it works great for domination. You know, we were doing all sorts of crazy pushes, and we were coordinating. We were like, okay, you know, we need to hold down A and B, and those are the easiest points to hold down, and then we're going to rush C if we have to, or if they flank us. All right, you know, hold down the flanks. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. It was very epic. It was very tense, and it was just a fucking blast, man. It really, really was. Now, you can probably tell, I think there's a few moments here where I actually try to revive someone and it doesn't work. I don't know if this is a glitch for people on the PC either, or the PS3, but there are times when I just can't revive people. I hit them with the defib, and they just don't revive. I don't know if I need to wait a certain amount of time, but, you know, it hits their chest and they just don't die. I don't know what happens. I don't know, and they just don't revive. I'm sorry. They just don't revive. I don't know what the fuck to do about it, and I don't know if it's just a bug or if it's just my console or what. It doesn't seem like anyone else is having this problem except for me. But again, very small glitch in comparison to so far an amazing game. The graphics are beautiful if you can't tell in the video. I mean, it looks like current gen hardware, and Xbox 360 can have some pretty fucking awesome graphics when it wants to. You know, it's not like this is like outdated or anything like that, unless you have like a $2,000 computer that can run, or like a $3,000 computer that can run Crysis in HD, or in, you know, the craziest ultra graphics you've ever seen. Then yeah, this might look a little dated to you. But if you're just a regular gamer who plays PS3 and Xbox 360, the game looks fucking beautiful. I mean, it looks great, regardless of what you say. And that's all there is to it. And if you come into the comment section and you start going off and saying, oh, yeah, this game sucks, it's on the Xbox 360, like, dude, take the stick out of your ass, get some fucking chai spice black tea, and just chill the fuck out, man, or smoke some weed. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But you know what? The game is fun. I enjoy playing it, and I'm sure you guys enjoy playing it too. By the way, if you want to play with me, shoot me a message on Xbox. My gamertag flashes on the screen. It's also in my intro. It's HEK7IC. I'd love to play with you guys if you're interested. Also, another little thing just by watching this video, if you are using a secondary, such as a pistol or a shotgun, what have you, and you try and throw down a health pack, it won't let you. You actually have to take out the health pack, and then you have to place it down on the ground. It's not one motion. So it may sound very silly to you for me to say that. That sounds really, really minor, but, you know, it can matter in a really tense, heated moment. This is actually a really cool moment right here. I'm going in with a pistol. I have no more ammo. I take out 2 kills right here. I'm getting shot in the back a little bit. I go up, and I'm trying to stay alive, and I have to pick up another guy's gun. The gun doesn't even fully load. I still get the kill, and then here we go. I'm just lighting this dude up with an LMG. I'm getting shot in the back. I'm just lighting people up. I do what I have to do to stay alive, man. And you know what? My team had my back, and that's what matters. They came in, they cleaned up shop, and that's how we're going to wrap up the video. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that really cool, beautiful stuff. Take it easy, guys, and have a nice day.